Picture this: a colossal, ghostly figure cutting through the deep blue waters off the coast of Chile, a living specter feared by all who dared cross his path. This was Mocha Dick, the white whale of the Pacific, a legend of the seas whose story rivals the wildest maritime tales ever spun. Mocha Dick was no ordinary whale. He was an albino sperm whale, as white as the cresting waves, his barnacle-covered head a testament to the countless battles fought and survived. Simply put, this creature was a force of nature, a modern leviathan that defied capture and struck terror into the hearts of those who sought him. But there's a twist to this story which you might not expect. Mocha Dick, despite his ferocious reputation, was actually a very peaceful creature harassed into violence. The year was 1810, when Mocha Dick first surfaced near Mocha Island, a small landmass off the coast of Chile that lent the whale his name. For years he roamed those waters, a spectral sentinel of the South Seas. Whalers who ventured into his territory often spoke of the whale's immense size and ferocity. He had a head thick with barnacles, and his spout, a mighty geyser of water, rose like a column into the sky. According to contemporaries, this produced a roar that reminded sailors of steam screaming from an engine. When he appeared, it was as if Neptune himself had risen from the depths to challenge the mortals who dared intrude upon his realm. But Mocha Dick wasn't always a monster. Despite his reputation as a manhunter, Mocha Dick, the 70-foot terror, started his life as a whale of peace. There are stories of his strange moments of calm, swimming alongside the very vessels that sought his life. The whale's character was a paradox, sometimes docile, and at other times fierce and unyielding. When attacked, Mocha Dick became a storm, lashing out with a vengeance that broke the courage of even the most seasoned whalers. This old bull whale, with his prodigious size and strength, was as cunning as he was powerful, capable of evading his hunters time and again. According to contemporary writers, he was known to survive at least 100 encounters, and his body was riddled with harpoons that failed to bring him down. For those whalers, surviving a confrontation with Mocha Dick was a rite of passage, a brush with a force which was almost supernatural. One of the most enduring accounts of the whale came from John N. Reynolds, an explorer who documented the whale in a manuscript published in the Knickerbocker in 1839. In his words, Mocha Dick was, quote, an old bull whale of prodigious size and strength, white as wool. Reynolds described the heroic last battle of Mocha Dick against a group of whalers in 1838. Mocha Dick witnessed whalers attacking a distressed sperm whale calf and its mother, and he intervened to protect the two. The whalers slew the whale calf while the animal's mother watched on as Mocha Dick attacked the vessel in reprisal. Despite his ferocious attacks on the whaling ship, Mocha Dick was no match for the harpoons of seamen. His body, when finally brought to the surface, bore over 20 harpoons and measured a staggering 70 feet. The oil and ambergris taken from his carcass were considerable prizes for the whalers who took him down, but his true legacy was not in the material bounty he provided. Rather, he cemented himself as a great and noble beast who died fighting to protect members of his pod. Mocha Dick's legend didn't end with his death. Whispers of his existence echoed through the whaling towns of New England, reaching Herman Melville himself. The author took these stories and wove them into the fabric of one of America's greatest novels, Moby Dick. The similarities are undeniable. A white whale, as elusive as he is fearsome, a creature that haunts the dreams of those who've glimpsed his vast white flank rising above the waves. Much like Moby Dick, Mocha Dick had become something of an obsession amongst whalers, who sought the prestige associated with having felled such a majestic creature. Of course, there is perhaps one very obvious difference between the case of Mocha Dick and his fictional relative Moby Dick. Moby Dick ends up getting the better of the whalers, while Mocha Dick wasn't so lucky. Yet Mocha Dick was far from the only white whale to be sighted during this period. Reports of other pale leviathans added to his mystique. In 1859, a Swedish whaler claimed to have killed another old bull white sperm whale off the coast of Brazil. In 1902, the Platina, a whaling ship captained by Thomas Mackenzie, harpooned an albino sperm whale near the Azores. By this time, harpoons were commonly rigged with dynamite, meaning that even powerful bull whales stood effectively no chance against harpoons. Thus, the age of whales being able to fight back against ships faded into history, and no new tales of heroic whales like Mocha Dick would be minted in an age of explosive harpoons. The stories of Mocha Dick and other whales inspired both awe and introspection, eventually contributing to the rise of the anti-whaling movement. The depiction of whales as noble creatures capable of immense strength and profound suffering brought about a shift in public perception, especially during the 20th century. As more became known about these sentient giants, the brutal nature of whaling began to garner widespread criticism. The anti-whaling movement gained momentum in the 1960s and 1970s, driven by increased environmental awareness and the influence of conservation groups. These activists highlighted the dwindling populations of whale species due to commercial whaling and emphasized the ecological importance of these creatures. Public empathy grew as documentaries and literature brought the majestic lives of whales into the collective consciousness. In 1986, the International Whaling Commission implemented a moratorium on commercial whaling, marking a significant victory for the movement. The tales of whales like Mocha Dick helped humanize these animals, showing that they were not merely resources to be exploited. Regrettably, several countries continue whaling despite international opposition. Japan resumed commercial whaling in 2019 after withdrawing from the International Whaling Commission. Norway continues hunts under an IWC objection, focusing on the North Atlantic. Iceland also conducts limited whaling, citing the practice as a traditional part of their culture. If you liked this whale video, click the link to my video on Porphyrios, a Roman whale who spent 50 years disrupting commerce and life in general in the Eastern Mediterranean. Also remember to hit the like and subscribe button and tap that notification bell. Also be sure to check out my main channel, Lazy Chill Zone, where I deal with unsolved mysteries, true crime, the occult, mythology, and religion, and more.